Film ini diperankan oleh Heath Ledger, tokoh yang pernah memerankan Joker dalam serial Batman. Namun sayangnya, Heath Ledger meninggal dalam usia mudanya, 28 tahun. Film A Knight's Tale. Roland, Watt, dan William adalah pengawal dari seorang kesatria bernama Sir Ector. Tiba-tiba, mereka menemukan tuan mereka tidak lagi bernafas karena kelelahan.
He's dead. No. We're minutes from victory. I haven't eaten in 3 days.
Sedangkan Sir Ector harus melanjutkan pertandingan jousting ke babak final.
Sir Ector must report at once, or forfeit the match.
I'll ride in his place.
Strip his armor. I'm riding in his place.
William berinisiatif untuk menggantikan Sir Ector.
Not Sir William, it's not Count or Duke or Earl William. You have to be of noble birth to compete.
Supaya mereka bisa menang dan kemudian membeli makanan.
The landscape is food. Do you want to eat or don't you?
If the nobles find out who you are, there'll be the devil to pay.
And pray that they don't.
Dia kemudian mengikuti pertandingan tersebut.
Sir Ector, stand you ready.
Kesempatan yang sebenarnya telah dinantikannya sejak dulu.
I've waited my whole life for this moment.
Dan William memenangkan pertandingan itu.
Remove your helmet.
I'm afraid the final blow of the lance has bent it onto my head.
Present your champion, my lord.
Ternyata, kemenangan itu membuatnya tidak ingin berhenti.
We could do this. We can be champions.
Dia meminta Roland dan Watt untuk mendukungnya mengikuti turnamen jousting yang akan diadakan sebulan lagi.
That's 13 for training and outfitting. Now the tournament in Rouen is in a month from now.
Suatu keinginan yang sangat tidak mungkin karena jousting hanya diperuntukkan bagi seorang bangsawan.
You're not of noble birth.
Well, so we lied. A man can change his stars. And I won't spend the rest of my life as nothing.
Tapi, William berhasil meyakinkan mereka berdua.
Roland, please. The 13 silver pieces, 3 men can change their stars.
God love you, William.
Dia dibantu Roland dan Watt berlatih dengan giat selama sebulan untuk turnamen tersebut. Dalam perjalanan menuju ke kompetisi jousting dan pedang, mereka bertemu dengan seorang penulis miskin, Geoffrey Chaucer,
Geoffrey Chaucer's the name. Writing's the game.
yang juga bisa membuat sebuah pengesahan kebangsawanan.
For a penny, I'll scribble you anything you want. Decrees, edicts, warrants, patents of nobility.
Pengesahan yang dibutuhkan William agar dapat mengikuti kompetisi tersebut.
Oh, you're off the tournament, are you? Patents of nobility must be provided.
Dengan beberapa kesepakatan,
Clothe me, shoe me. For God's sake, feed me. You'll have your patents.
akhirnya Geoffrey bergabung dengan mereka bertiga.
Betray us, and I will phone you until your insides are out.
Mereka membuat pengesahan palsu dengan nama Sir Ulrich van Liechtenstein.
May I present my Lord Ulrich?
Show me the patents.
Jeff pun menjadi juru bicara bagi William.
Act as my herald and you'll receive a share of the winnings.
Done.
Saat yang sama, William kemudian bertemu dengan seorang wanita cantik yang tidak ingin memberitahukan namanya.
Tell me your name.
Would you care if I were ugly? Call me a fox, for that is all I am to you.
William menyelesaikan beberapa putaran.
Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein defeats Roger Lord Mortimer 1 lance to none.
Yang kemudian membuat baju sirahnya rusak dan harus diperbaiki. Sayangnya, dia tidak memiliki uang. Semua pandai besi yang ditemuinya meminta uang terlebih dahulu.
Cash first, not promises. You might try the ferret.
Kate, seorang pandai besi wanita juga menolaknya.
Excuse me.
Don't work for free.
Tapi ketika dia diremehkan oleh pandai besi lainnya,
Did they say I couldn't do it because I'm a woman?
dia memutuskan untuk memperbaiki baju sirah milik William. Ketika akan bersiap untuk putaran selanjutnya, William terus menanyakan nama wanita itu.
Your name, lady. I still need to hear it.
Ksatria lain, Count Edmar, yang duduk di samping wanita itu, juga menyukainya. Edmar mempermalukan William tentang namanya.
And you are?
Ulrich. Von Liechtenstein from Gelderland.
Oh, I'd forget as well. What a mouthful.
Dan baju sirah yang digunakannya.
Your armor, sir.
What about it?
How stylish of you to joust in an antique. And a shield. How quaint.
Pertandingan selanjutnya, ia harus menghadapi
Sir Thomas Colville.
William memukulnya dengan 2 poin.
Very good.
William pun menunjukkan kemurahannya.
I'm through. I wish to keep my honor intact.
Wanita yang disukainya ternyata terkesan dengan kemurahan William.
A draw. And Colville is hurt.
Why didn't Ulrich finish him?
He shows mercy.
Saatnya William harus bertarung dengan pesaingnya Edmar, kesatria yang belum pernah terkalahkan.
Count Adamar. I don't think I've ever seen him lose.
No, but defeat him and you'll see it firsthand.
Sebelum permainan dimulai, tiba-tiba seorang pelayan wanita menemuinya.
My lady bids you wear this token. She also said to tell you, her name is Jocelyn.
William memasangkan kain pemberian Jocelyn sebelum pertandingan dimulai. William memberikan Edmar 2 kali pukulan. Dan ketika penonton mulai mendukung William, Edmar menjadi panas dan kemudian memukul William di bagian wajahnya. Pukulan itu membuatnya pusing dan seketika mengingat ambisinya semasa kecil.
Someday, I'll be a knight.
A Thatcher's son? A knight? You might as well try to change the stars.
Can a man change the stars?
He believes enough a man can do anything.
William memenangkan pertandingan pedang, sedangkan Edmar memenangkan jousting.
For sword on foot, Ulrich von Liechtenstein. For the mounted joust and tournament champion, Adamar Count of Anjou.
William kesal karena tidak bisa memenangkan jousting.
Keep winning the sword and we'll be rich.
No, it's tournament champion or nothing at all.
Sesuai janjinya, dia kemudian membayar hutangnya pada Kate.
Ferris, take what we owe you.
Kate kemudian menawarkan,
The armor you wear, it wasn't made for you, was it?
I could make such armor you wouldn't even know you wore it.
And how much would that cost me?
asalkan.
Just take me as far as Paris.
Sayangnya, William menolaknya.
We travel alone. Take your gold and go.
Saat mereka sedang mengemasi barang-barang, pelayan Lady Jocelyn menanyakan tunik yang akan dipakai William di pesta dansa nanti malam.
My lady would know the color of your lord's tunic tonight, so that she can dress to match him.
Dia akhirnya dibantu oleh Kate mengajarinya berdansa.
I was wondering if you would care to show us how to dance.
And 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Polonaise, and 1.
Dan akhirnya dia bisa berdansa bersama Jocelyn. Kate pun akhirnya membuatkan baju sirah yang baru untuk William.
I found a new way to heat the steel. It's thinner, smaller, but just as strong.
I didn't feel a thing.
Keesokan harinya, Edmar akan bertanding melawan Sir Thomas Colville yang sebelumnya dikalahkan oleh William. Pada saat pertandingan akan dimulai, pengawal Edmar mengetahui bahwa ternyata Colville adalah Pangeran Edward yang adalah keluarga kerajaan.
It's Edward, my lord.
Edmar pun memutuskan untuk mundur.
Adamar withdrew.
A draw like that can mean only one thing.
Royalty.
William yang kemudian harus bertanding melawan Colville.
Colville is Edward, the Black Prince of Wales.
Namun, teman-temannya terlebih dahulu memperingatkannya bahwa Colville adalah calon Raja Inggris.
You must withdraw, Will. Go tell him, Jeff. They're about to drop the foot.
Meskipun sudah diperingatkan, tapi William memutuskan untuk tetap melanjutkan pertandingan.
Oh my giddy aunt.
Dan dia mengalahkan Pangeran Edward.
You mad, you knowingly endanger a member of the royal family.
Ternyata, Pangeran Edward pun kagum dengan keberaniannya.
Well fought, Sir Ulrich, as it was in Rouen.
And you also, Prince Edward.
You knew me.
Dan memberi selamat padanya.
Still you rode?
It's not in me to withdraw.
Nor me. Good luck with the tournament.
And you also.
William atau Sir Ulrich dinobatkan sebagai jousting champion.
Winner of the Mounted Joust and tournament champion, Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
Tapi, dia masih memiliki perasaan sebagai juara kedua.
William, the tournament champion!
I'm not champion until I beat Adhemar. Adhemar withdrew.
Dalam perjalanan mereka ke London,
How long since then have you been back?
2 years for me.
3 years for my eyes.
5 long years.
12 years.
William memiliki kilas balik kenangan masa kecilnya.
He's to be an apprentice then. How long for?
7 years.
Saat ayahnya mengantar dirinya untuk ikut bersama Sir Ector.
Is this the boy? Well, he's a half-starved little scarecrow. Come on, say goodbye to your father. Let's get started.
Now go, change your stars and live a better life than I have.
I won't know the way back home.
You just follow your feet.
Sampailah mereka di London, tempat kelahirannya, untuk mengikuti kejuaraan dunia jousting. William dieluk-elukkan dan dia menjadi idola baru. William akhirnya bertemu dengan Adhemar.
At last we'll have the chance to face each other again, Sir Ulrich. And at the World Championship.
You will look up at me from the flat of your back.
Dia mengatakan sesuatu yang membuat William kesal.
I've entered into negotiations with her father. I'm to make her my bride. Oh, she'll be. Makes no difference. I will have her.
Sore itu, William berkeliaran di sekitar area. Bertemulah dia dengan seorang gadis kecil.
Hello there.
You're Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein. You're my favourite knight. What are you doing here in Cheapside?
Dia kemudian menanyakan tentang seorang pria.
I was born in Cheapside, just around the corner there. I wonder if you remember a man. They may have died before you were born. His name was John Thatcher.
Dan ternyata gadis kecil itu mengenalnya.
Of course I remember him. Well, yeah, he lives there still. He's blind, sir.
Penasaran, William pergi melihat lelaki tua itu.
Someone there. If you're here for the net, I haven't finished yet. Come back tomorrow.
John Thatcher, yang adalah ayahnya sendiri.
Who are you?
A knight.
William mengatakan dia adalah
My name is Ulrich.
lelaki tua itu rupanya sering mendengar nama Ulrich.
I hear that name being chanted from the stadium. What business have you here?
Dia mengatakan bahwa dia membawa kabar dari putranya.
I have word of your son.
Why with you? Come in, sir.
John senang mendengarnya.
Does he live?
Aye, he lives. He is very well.
Dan menyadari bahwa itu adalah anaknya William.
He wanted you to know that he changed his styles after all.
Has he followed his feet? Has he found his way home at last? Oh my boy!
Sementara William memperbaiki atap yang bocor, tanpa sepengetahuannya, Adhemar telah mengikutinya dan mendapatkan informasi bahwa ternyata dirinya adalah penipu dan bukan berasal dari keluarga bangsawan. Dia hanyalah seorang anak miskin. Esok harinya, Jeff dan Jocelyn membawa kabar buruk untuk William.
Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
Adhemar followed you last night. He says he saw your father.
Mereka akan menangkap dan memasungnya.
They asked me for your patents. They're waiting for you in the lists. They're going to arrest you. They'll put you in the stocks.
Semua terkejut dengan berita tersebut.
There's nothing else to do. Run, and I will run with you. William, I love you. And I'm sorry, but I won't see you led away bound for the stock.
Jocelyn menyarankan William untuk melarikan diri.
The poor can marry for love.
Jocelyn, you speak of what you do not know.
William, I beg you.
Dan teman-temannya pun mendukungnya.
Roland, you would see me run. And you, Jeff?
Yes.
Yes.
Run, William.
Sayangnya, William menolak.
No! I will not run!
Dia ingin menunjukkan bahwa dia adalah kesatria.
I'm a knight.
All good things must come to an end. Let's end them together.
William ditangkap dan dimasukkan ke penjara.
You are here to be arrested.
Edemar mengunjungi William dan memberikannya beberapa pukulan.
One loss or another. In what world you have ever beaten me?
Keesokan harinya, William pun dipasung di depan banyak orang. Teman-temannya pun tetap setia melindunginya.
I will fold you!
Tiba-tiba, seorang pria berjubah memperlihatkan wajahnya. Ternyata dia adalah Pangeran Edward.
Both trying to hide who we are, both unable to do so. Your men love you.
Dia segera memberikan perintah untuk melepaskan William.
Release him.
My personal historians have discovered he is descendant from an ancient royal line. This is my word.
Untuk membalas kebaikan William pada waktu itu,
If I may repay the kindness you once showed me.
Pangeran Edward menobatkannya menjadi Sir William.
By the power vested in me by my father, King Edward, I dub thee Sir William.
Dan memintanya untuk melanjutkan pertandingan.
Joust. Is my tournament to finish?
Thank you, my lord.
Saatnya Sir William melawan Edemar. Dan Pangeran Edward pun menyaksikan pertandingan tersebut. Ternyata Edemar bermain curang. Dia sengaja meruncingkan ujung tombaknya. Dan memukul dada kanan William.
I'll fetch the surgeon, Will.
Roland, you're the surgeon now.
Dengan kondisi terluka parah, William tetap melanjutkan pertandingan. Dan sekali lagi, dia terkena pukulan untuk kedua kalinya. William kemudian meminta Kate untuk melepas baju sirahnya.
Okay, I can't breathe.
As I said, Thatcher, in what world could you have ever beaten me?
Meminta Watt untuk mengikatkan tombak di lengannya.
You need more padding.
No. I can barely grip it.
Karena dia tidak bisa mengangkatnya lagi.
Well, lash it to me arm.
Do as he says.
Dan Jeff sengaja memperlambat waktu dengan membuat perkenalan tentang Sir William.
Here he is! One of your own! Born a stone's throw from this very stadium! Sir William Thatcher!
Agar Watt dapat membantu William.
That's your name, Will. Sir William Thatcher. Your father heard that.
Pertandingan pun dimulai. Tanpa baju sirah dan tombak terikat di lengannya, William maju melawan Edemar. Ketika dia akan mencapai Edemar, memukul Edemar tepat di bagian dadanya. Dengan penuh kemenangan, William dan teman-temannya bersukacita. Begitupun dengan ayahnya. Akhirnya, William mampu mengubah bintangnya.